This is Doug Futch with Smells Fresh Sports. We have Brett Kellerman and Daniel Hughes, FSU punter, joining us today, and actually our very first interview. So, Dan, thank you for kicking us off in that regards and taking the time. We know you're busy, but we wanted to thank you for your time and learn about you and how things are going in Tallahassee, and just a bit more about your story and how you ended up where you are.
Awesome, boys. Thanks for having me.
So we know that you are Australian. That's no secret. Went a little bit from the accent, yeah.
The accent is real. The accent.
And in doing a little bit of research, we would say you don't have a traditional journey to a D1 power school. So why don't we just quickly jump into a little bit of your background? Obviously, you're from Australia. How does American football get introduced to you? How did you end up in the United States? We were familiar with Pro Kick, but maybe a little bit of information for anyone who might listen to this who isn't familiar with that program.
Yeah, for sure. So, real quick nutshell. Was raised in Melbourne, Australia. Single mom. I have 5 half siblings. Left high school at 16. I was doing my carpentry apprenticeship up until 19. Became qualified. I was playing Australian rules football up until I was 25 at the semi-pro level. I had a construction company from the ages of 22 to 25, doing 7 figures with anywhere from 25 to 50 employees at any given time. I pretty much just wasn't happy with what I was doing. I was doing really well, but money's not everything. I always wanted to be a professional athlete. I always kept an eye on Pro Kick Australia. They essentially convert Australian rules players into college punters, if not NFL punters. So my goal was to go to the NFL, but the pathway was through college. At the age of 25, I sold my company. I stopped playing football in Australia, packed up my life and wanted to go to America to punt. Ended up at San Francisco City College for 6 months. Went there pretty much because Lou Headley went there, the punter of Miami a couple of years ago. We knew the coaches there. I was like, cool, he did really well. I'll be the next one.
That's awesome.
Had an okay season there. I think I averaged like 30, 37 or 38, whatever it was. Anyway, JUCO's tough, man. It's another breed. So I was grateful to have that season. I got picked up by New Mexico under Coach Eck and Coach Daniel DePrado. Had an amazing season there. Very grateful for the opportunity I got there as well. I was one of the best punters in the country last year. Semi-finals on the Ray Guy. And then now I'm in Tallahassee at FSU.
And we're happy you're here. So I think Doug and I are very familiar with Pro Kick, and most of FSU fan base is actually fairly familiar with Pro Kick because our alumni would recognize the name Alex Mastromano, who is also from Melbourne. For those who don't know. Yeah, exactly. And for those who don't know him, after 2 years, Alex Mastromano was the kicker for the 23 team, the 24 team. I think he kicked a couple of years before that as well, but he also came through the Pro Kick Australia. So if you wanted to kind of touch on exactly what that looks like as well. I know you're also playing Aussie rules football, and for anyone who has not looked up the rules or seen Aussie rules football, it's wild. It might be even more wild than American football. So if you want to touch on
Got like a little clip in right now. So wait, just there. No,
I watched the video. Exactly, I was enthralled. I was like, "Holy cow, this is more intense than football, American football." But I guess how does it work from Pro Kick, like identifying you in semi-pro football, Aussie rules football, and the journey through Pro Kick, and how does that get you on campus at a school in the United States?
Yeah, for sure. Well, as college football evolves, Pro Kick's evolving as well. So nothing's the same right now. But when I went through it, it was even different when Mastro went through it. So Mastro was like 5-6 years ago. He did 4 years here. Obviously, there was a gap between having Mac in and I'm now here. But it's essentially like you pretty much make a phone call, touch base them, or they'll call you. They're like, hey, can you punt a ball? How far can you punt it? How high can you punt it? It's pretty much that. You'll literally go to a paddock with them or like an oval because we don't have fields back home. Yeah. You'll kick maybe 1 or 2 balls. They'll get an assessment. They'll like see how far and high you can kick them. But cool, we think we could probably place you at like a power 4 or maybe a group of 5 or maybe an FCS. It just depends on the individual. 9 times out of 10, if you're over 6'2", 6'3", and you've played semi-pro football or you've just got a cannon of a leg, you're going to go to a D1 school. Like it's just... It's not one mold fits all, but then there's also components of, example, like Houston, right? They only want left footers. It's like, okay, well, I have a bigger leg than the guy that attends, so hypothetically, but it's like, we don't care. Like, we want a left footer. Or like, there's cases like, it doesn't really count, but like BYU, like more of a Mormon school. Someone like me, covered in tattoos with a mullet, like it's probably not the best look, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that go into it, but Pretty much you go there, have a tryout, and then you train, you meet the coaches, work with them. Pro people will evaluate you, and when you're ready, they'll send you over.
And they can gauge all that just off a few kicks.
They've been doing it for so long. Though. Honestly, like, I can gauge it off a kick now. Like, you watch someone punt, you're like, okay, if you can kick it within 50, 45, 50 yards without knowing how to punt, you put the technique into there, and it just becomes like, you can just see it. It's like watching a quarterback throw. Like, if they've got it, you know they've got it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And because what's with the sorry, Doug, what's with the bias with the Houston? Why are they only left footers? They're just like some sort of curve off the ball.
Oh, I won't comment on that. I don't know. It's just basically now Liam above your pay grade.
He's a beast, man. Like he probably has a bigger leg than me, but like he's a beast, man. Like they just like left footers. It is what it is. I think Texas A&M are the same. They just want lefties.
I had no idea that they were like scouting just which foot you use and had a preference of either or. So
Oh man,
that was something a little bit too.
There's teams that are like, oh, he's 27, we don't want that. Like, I could be the best punter in the country. He's 27, we don't want that. It's just the coaches want what they want.
For me, I will feel like obviously I'm not a coach or a punting coach, but I kind of feel the opposite. I feel like having someone who's mature, especially like with your background, who ran a successful business. I don't think people understand how tough that is. I think especially in construction, I don't know in Australia, but in the States, it's so competitive and kind of has like a sleazy reputation to be honest, but to have someone who's a bit older and who has the work ethic and who knows what their goal is. I know everyone who's in D1, their goal is to make the NFL, but at the end of the day, I think there's a huge maturity level difference between a 19-20-year-old and someone who's like 27, 28.
No, it's not comparable. It's just not comparable. Like, even the advantage I have mentally with these guys, like,
and that's
can't compare.
Yeah, that's something it's just not about. Is it interesting for you? Obviously, there's some older individuals on campus, but I'm sure most people on the team are a couple years out of high school. You know, young 20s, big athletes on campus. I'm on the FSU football team. Like, is it interesting from your perspective to kind of have a couple more years of maturity and then you see how they operate?
Bro, it's like it's not real. Like, half my buddies are like 18, 19. I've got to like be like, I'm like 10 years older than some of these guys. Like, I'm like a big kid, so I can get around it, and I can sort of switch between being a professional with my coaches to then being like a big brother essentially to some of these boys. But man, there's even situations where I'm probably like a bigger kid than some of the freshmen. Like, it just depends on what we're doing. So it is a bit of a pinch me moment to be like, oh, I'm 10 years older than some of these guys, but I'm not like that person, so I don't really feel it.
Yeah, it's very interesting because I mean you're probably older than some of the grad assistants who are coaching.
Oh, more than half of it.
Yeah,
it's great.
I think I heard something like last year you were like the 5th oldest kid in FBS football.
Yeah,
what is it? What is it now?
I don't want to know. I don't. Yeah, I'm hoping.
Man, it's crazy.
If we backpedal real quick to New Mexico. So I'd say most people who watch this are probably going to be Florida State fans, obviously, and aren't familiar with like the Lobos or New Mexico as a whole. Was that a culture shock for you? Like, what did you really enjoy about it outside of football? Were there things that you just hated and you were like grinding it out because you're like, I'm going to perform and this will help get me to my next step?
Yeah, look, I look back on those times, especially at JUCO. It's tough. Like, Albuquerque is not for everyone, man, but at the time, I was just grateful to be at a D1. So I'd been at a JUCO. I was just like, I'm in America playing ball. Like, I don't care. I'll go anywhere. Just let me just have a go at this and just let me show you guys what I can do. So the culture shock was massive. A lot of homelessness there, a lot of crime rate. Like, in Melbourne, Australia, even now in Florida, like, I can walk down the street at night time and just go for a nighttime walk and it's safe. You can't do that in New Mexico. Like, once that sun starts going down, man, like, you're inside.
Damn.
Like, it's a different breed. But I was really grateful for the coaching staff I had. The boys, they were really good. It was a really good 6-7 months there. We had like I think it was a 9-3 we finished off, went to a bowl game, or 9-4, whatever it was.
Yeah, you guys had like one of the best seasons since like 2003, and like that was the best season after like 68, something like that in New Mexico.
Yeah. I think there was a start. That was the first time we had sold out University Stadium since I think it was like 2008. Like, it was nuts. So I think we sold it out twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the high crime's not doing anything because, like, being from Florida, the stereotypical view of New Mexico is what we see through Breaking Bad. It's like that's the most I have exposure to New Mexico, probably ever will. I hope to make it out there one day, but in my mind, that's what New Mexico is, just from that perspective. So I guess I'm not doing any favors there.
Yeah, look, there's parts of it that are like that, but like the people there are awesome. They embraced me really well. A lot of them probably a little bit upset now that I've left, but if they understand college football enough, they will understand what's going on. And also, man, like I bought into the community. Like I was plugging New Mexico on my social media, endorsing the program. Like I was like, I am here and I'm embedded into this. And there's a lot of stories behind the scenes that nobody knows about. Like even after the games, man, there were these 3 young boys. I would always hang out with them after the game and have a kick with them on the field. Like their parents would come out, they would be on the field, and I'd be like, I'd kick it up to them, they'd catch it. So there are a lot of good moments like that people don't get to see off camera. And then when you get the transfer portal, it's like, oh, they're leaving us. It's like, well, come on, man. Like I gave you 7 months off, committed it to you. Like it wasn't like,
yeah. I think that's what's hard with the transfer portal era. It sounds like you obviously went about it a lot different than at least a lot of some of our exposure. I think it's so hard as fans to get invested in recruitments or players, or, you know, you're very excited about a freshman who's coming in and it's like, hey man, every year maybe they're going to leave. And you kind of really got to focus in on like the team. And obviously it's very different. It's awesome that players are getting paid and compensated after so long. But yeah, that's awesome that, you know, you embraced New Mexico. It seems like they embraced you. You guys had a great season. You had a great season. Were you eligible to go pro after that year? Or do you need another year? And was it a big decision to determine, hey, I can stay in New Mexico, or let's look at, you know, a step up, even though it's still D1?
honestly, I have no idea. I think I'm eligible like after JUCO. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure because I've been out of school for so long. I think I could have gone straight to the league if I wanted to. But reality is, I barely knew the rules 2 years ago. Like, I'll be honest, man. I barely knew the rules before New Mexico. Like, without Coach DePrado there, Daniel DePrado, he's now coaching in Minnesota. Man, I'd be cooked. Like, I didn't really know the rules. So now I'm pretty familiar with it, but I wanted the experience, and it was to be like, cool, I can punt a lot further than a lot of Americans, but they have more game knowledge than me. They understand the rush more. They understand what's coming. They understand which side's heavy. Can we go right? Can we go left? Like, I needed that game experience. So I was never going to go pro straight away. And now that I'm in college and there's NIL, like, I won't be declaring early. There's no point.
Just use it all up.
Plus, you can't get these years back. Like, it's...
We talk about it all the time.
Why would you?
We talk about what we would give to just live one more like just day going to class and going out at night and just enjoying Tallahassee, because it's such a mythical city. Like, it shouldn't exist, but it does. And like when people who go and visit, they don't really have much familiarity with it. They don't really get the full feeling. But like when you're just living at Tallahassee, as I'm sure like you've kind of figured out by now, it's just a different beast, and it's like it's its own like little world that exists like just in its own little just silo.
Oh, bro, I'm with Carter Jeweler, the other punter that's here. Like, him and I are pretty much like, we spend all day together. We're in the sauna sometimes, or like we walking through College Town, or like we're in somewhere in Tallahassee. I'll look at him and be like, bro, we're at FSU. Like, we're at FSU. Yeah. Like, that pinch me moment and like that gratitude of just being here, like, I completely understand what you're saying. We have that every day. So
yeah. Did all the brick take you aback? Like, all the brick everywhere? Does it make you feel really collegiate?
No, we walk past Doak every day, and I'll hit him and be like, boy, we could punt in that series. Yeah. Let's go. No, every day, man. Like, I love it. The place is beautiful. Yeah. It's gorgeous. So
I don't know if it's if they like circulate it at school as like a fun fact, but I'm pretty confident that Doak is the second biggest brick structure in the world.
I heard about this.
Continuous brick structure.
Yeah.
Number one.
The Great Wall Cat, right?
Yeah, it is. I think it's the Great Wall.
Ain't to compare against. That's awesome. All right. So once you're out in New Mexico, you're ready to transfer. Were you familiar with FSU? And we know that I think JP was the special teams coordinator last season. I think he's at Missouri now. When you committed, did we already have the new coordinator in place? Were you committing without one? And what was that experience like, learning about Florida State's interest in you, taking a visit? We hear a lot about Norvell's energy. Like, what's your experience with that? What was your official visit like? If you can jump into that.
And also, just to kind of like jump in real quick, sorry, just to kind of get more background too, is going back on what you touched upon, it's just like how much you gave to New Mexico and getting involved with the community and things like that. We were discussing beforehand just how it really feels that outside of what's under the helmet, people don't really get an exposure to who football players are. Like, sometimes you don't even know what the face looks like under that helmet. That's all that typically exist to a fan base. But if you also just want to kind of go and just like, because you're such a great brand ambassador for New Mexico, now you've turned into one. If anyone's seen you on social media, which if they've been an FSU fan on social media, I'm sure they've come across your stuff at this point. And just how creative a brand ambassador you are. And then also just to take us, like as Doug said with the transfer portal, is when someone transfers to Florida State or any school, pretty much how that process goes is someone enters transfer portal, names linked to the school, they're on campus. Hey, you got a new punter. So, and you also want to just kind of touch on that too, and like everything that worked in there.
Yeah. All right, there's like 4 different questions that we'll start in Mexico. So, no, we're good. So, what you said now. So, in terms of like giving everything to New Mexico, like I just buy into where I'm at. I do the same thing at City College San Francisco. There's videos of me doing the same thing there. Like, I kind of put JUCO on the map again for punters. So I think Lou was the last one to do that, and that was, I think that was like 2013, 24. I could be wrong, but it was a while ago. But yeah, people don't understand what goes on behind these things. And reality was, I can say now, I wasn't getting paid in New Mexico. There was no NIL, there was no rev share. So like, I was on scholarship, great, but like you're still paying for everything. Like, people forget that there is like a livelihood. We have lives. We are people as well. So, and if you're a punter and you're a specialist, like you don't get paid.
Like, we sure
good league, whatever. If you're in college, man, like you're not getting paid. So there's obviously exceptions to all that, but that's where a lot of the people don't understand either. Like, New Mexico can't facilitate what a Power 4 can. And I probably shouldn't say that, but it's just the reality of college football now. It's just someone a bit older. Like, I have a house back in Australia. I have bills. I have people I take care of. I have like my own things I take care of. Like, you would do the same thing. Yeah, like, how crazy is it? We played Minnesota in a bowl game in Arizona. 2 days later, my special teams coordinator got the job there. Like,
yeah. And then
college football's changing. People need to adapt to it, and they just need to embrace it. And yeah, I understand it's like, it's a 4-year deal, or it used to be. It's like, that's your team for the year. Get involved with that team. Hopefully they stay. If they do, they do. If they don't, I'm sure they've got their reasons. Like, it's, if you're in that position, you would do the same thing. So, what were the other 2 things you asked me?
The process to end up at Florida State.
Process, yeah. So, I had my season, and I did try and stay in New Mexico. This is the funny thing. No one actually knows that. I actually did try and stay. We couldn't mutually find a middle ground. We just couldn't get there. But I didn't want to leave because I do love the coaching staff there. But then when my special teams coach, so it kind of made it a little bit easier as well, because I was like, we were tight. I've actually called him. I said, am I coming to Minnesota with you? He goes, oh, wow. Yeah. I said, I'm coming with you or not? He's like, no. Part of the agreement was that we're not going to leave our players. They have a big loyalty to their team play.
Yeah.
So Chase. So, of course. I was like, well, bring me with you, but whatever. Anyway.
It would have been pretty interesting to go from arid New Mexico over to freezing Minnesota. That is like 2 opposite, like, temperate zones in the United States.
Oh, it would have fit the plot though. Go from San Francisco, all the most diverse states, and through to then Albuquerque, then to the freezing. So, but I was my transfer portal stuff was pretty quick. We had the bowl game on the 27th. Project. I told him prior that I was going to go in. He said, out of respect for the team and just everything, just wait till after to announce it. So I waited 2 days after. I announced it on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and the storm started. It was 24-hour. Just, I got hundreds of messages from people.
Really?
Hundreds. Oh man, it was crazy. Just from fans being like, "You're a traitor. You're this," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Like, what are we doing?" Anyway, I ended up putting up another post out saying, hey, to the 90% of you that were like really supportive of my decision and actually understood why I did it and saw what I brought to the community and to the team and that sort of stuff. Thank you. To the 10% of you who are turning on me, like, f off.
Totally.
Like, so respectfully, f off.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was funny. I put that out there. 9 out of the 10 people who messaged me actually apologized.
Really?
But at least I had this one message. This is really funny. I won't say exactly what it said, but you get an idea. One of the messages was, you dog Aussie, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at it and I was like, what the f? And then he replied to it the next day, goes, hey, bro, really sorry. I just really loved having you piece.
It's a knee-jerk reaction, right?
Yeah, so it's cool that the fans care, but just that they need to just chill with that sort of stuff. Anyway, so hit the portal on the 2nd. There was a lot of talk prior to me going, and I thought I was going to have like crazy offers coming out.
Mhm.
Didn't really get that many phone calls. I had a couple come in later, but I had a phone call come in pretty much as soon as the portal opened. And I committed on the phone. I was like, don't worry about it, I'm done. So there was no we played the bull back and forth. Oh, I'll come on the visit, I'll do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, Coach Rupp brought me out. The whole time on the plane, I'm like, I'm committing. Like I'm good. Let's go. It's FSU. Like, are you kidding me? Got there, did the visit. I put it on one of my social media posts that when you get an official visit at Florida State, Coach Zorvella does an amazing job. The staff, they do an amazing job.
Mhm.
You know, you go to the facility, but as you walk into the new football facility, all the staff are in like a C shape. The doors are kind of tinted, so you can't see it. They're all in there. They're all clapping. They're all doing the chop. And as you're in, you can hear in the background, you go through, you dap everyone up, and then the tour starts. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
It's so cool. So that was that. Did the 2 days. Pretty much committed on the spot. We just had to work out contracts and everything. And then I had to go back to New Mexico, ship everything over. And then I was back on a plane like a day later.
Yeah. That's just like one of those things that like people don't think about is when you do transfer, you got to pretty much uproot your entire life because like practice as starting student, you got to enroll in classes. And I'm like, it's a big move.
Oh, man. We started class on the 7th. I didn't get here till the 9th. So the first 3 days I was sitting on a blow-up mattress. So my mattress hadn't even got it yet. Like all my beds wasn't in here. There was nothing. Yeah, I was like, but
Was it syllabus week at least or no?
there was a what? Sorry.
Was it like the easy syllabus week where they just like kind of read you through the syllabus and say, all right, well,
Yeah. It's always the introduction. So I missed all that, but it kind of stuffed me because all my classes like, oh, we've got assignments. So I was like,
I'm not. Yeah.
jeez. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Were you familiar with like some of the history of Florida State and kind of some of the prestige? I know, unfortunately, the last 2 years have been tough. I think the snub really sucked a lot of life out of the fan base and probably some of the team, to be honest. But were you familiar with like the Jamin Winston years? Did you follow 2023 at all with Jordan Travis? And I know those guys are plastered all over the facilities, but were you, at New Mexico? Would you watch like the Florida State Alabama game, for example?
I'll be completely honest. I didn't even know you guys had a bad season until after I committed.
Oh,
I was like, I didn't even know. I was in my head, I was like, it's Florida State. I don't know. So no, I'm really bad with that stuff. Like I was so invested in the Mountain West last year.
Mhm.
I like didn't really keep track of the SEC. I didn't really keep track. I was watching all the punters and I was doing a lot of film on my personal stuff, but I just didn't really watch anything. And then there was a little bit of a tie there with Mastro. Like we're from the same place back in Australia, so I've always kind of kept tabs on him.
Mhm.
But outside of that, like I didn't really know too much. I know a little bit now, obviously being here for about a month. So, but I had no knowledge.
Yeah, it's been a rough few years, and I think I'm sure you know now, but I think it was 2 years ago we won 2 games, which like at a school like Florida State is
it
unheard.
was a historically bad season.
Yeah, and then last year, beat Alabama. Everyone thinks we're back. Turns out the season doesn't end how we would like. So we're very excited for this year. And it seems like the team's grinding it out. We've been watching the Tour of Duty videos. How brutal is Tour of Duty?
For a specialist, how is it still brutal as everybody else?
Yeah. I'm one of the fittest ones. I'm like, who wants to do? But I'm leading that. No. No, we got a good spectrum. Tour of Duty's no joke. Like I came in and be like, oh, I'm excited. Little boys like, oh, you don't even know what's coming. It's gonna be fine. First like 2 reps, you're sitting there bent over, like you can't breathe. By the end of it, like I think I was burning like between anywhere from 1,000 and 1,500 calories for like an hour. Like it's big stuff.
What's the least favorite workout, if you can say? I don't know how under wraps it is.
I don't think it's too under wraps, just like boot camp stuff. The least favorite. I'm kind of sick. Like I enjoy that stuff. So I go in there juiced up, ready for it. I don't really like not enjoy any of it. I enjoy like that flogging, that mental game. And then once I'm in that, like the boys around me that are struggling, like I like getting around them as well. So I don't really have any issues with it. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm like the first one bent over, like not being able to breathe. But I was telling one of the coaches about it. I was like, yeah, I'm always smiling through it. He goes, what do you mean? I said, well, mate, I was watching these things like 10 years ago on movies and stuff with like all you guys lined up. You're all in command with a whistle. Like we don't have that in Australia. I was like, I would love to do that. So I'm sitting there bent over, just dripping in sweat, can't stand up properly. And I'm just like, this is like a movie.
It does look like in the post that like you're obviously exhausted, but you're not dying. And it does look like you're having a good time, which
I'm dying. I'm having a good time.
Just sucking it up.
Yeah, no, like we can't breathe, man. Like it's not fun.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Especially when you get told to go back. Actually, the mat drills. Mat drills are the worst ones.
Okay, there we go. Now the truth surfaces.
Yeah, well, I sort of think about it. I was like, what do I not do? Oh my God, the mat drills.
Something you just repressed it way back there, and it just came back to the forefront.
Yeah, well, you've got like 4 or 6 guys in a line. If one of them makes one mistake, the whole row's going again.
You gotta love it.
How long is like one tour duty? Like an hour?
I think it's like an hour and a half. By the time you've got walkthroughs and meetings, honestly, it's probably like a 4-hour ordeal. You're getting there at 6 for a 6:30 breakfast. You're probably leaving there by 11:30, and in that time you've got breakfast, walkthroughs, meetings, another walkthrough, Indy, and then do into tour review.
Gotcha. I guess to kind of come back a little bit, we talked about how you were engrossed in the Mountain West. I don't think a lot of people know that our current special teams coordinator, Adam Shire, actually is coming from the Mountain West as well. For those who don't know, he was at UNLV last year. They had a great season. However, what people probably don't know is that when it came down to it against New Mexico, Kojak caught you in the kick. And I'll let you explain the whole situation, but Adam Shire is probably very, very familiar with your ability to punt the ball.
When I found out he was coaching here, I was so stoked. I did that live, which was good. I'm sure you'll get the clip for it, but pretty much it was 50 seconds ago. We're at UNLV at the Raiders Stadium. I think we were up by, I think it was 5. It was 35-40, 50 seconds to go.
It was within one score.
It was within a score, yeah. It was like, we were on, I don't even know, we're on the 38-yard line. Mate, I'm sitting on the bench, like not on the bench. I'm like on the sideline. My helmet's off. I'm hanging out. I'm like, man, we're going to win here. We're going to kick a field goal. If we go, they call punt. I'm like, oh. One of the boys grabs me and goes, go. I was like, no, there's like 50 seconds left. I'm not punting. He goes, no, you're punting. I was like, all right, whatever, let's go. Helmet went on. I'm in with coach, pull it through. I'm like, we're on the 38-yard line. I was like, maybe they're going to call it fake. Like, maybe it's like, no, you're actually going to punt it. And I was like, okay, cool. Goes out there, goes, go put on the 1 to win. I would like to tie it up, so I have to do like a 90-yard drive. Went out there, I'd like pull the kick back a little bit, pin them on the 2. They had to go like a 98-yard drive 50 seconds ago. We won the game. So,
have you rubbed it in yet or no?
Oh, every day.
Has he made you run for rubbing it in?
No. Yeah, like what are you gonna say? Like we have a great relationship. He's got a very dry sense of humor, and I'm a bit more in your face kind of with my sense of humor. He'll say something and I'll be like, oh, remember that highlight reel of you at LV when the punter pinned it on the 1 just to beat you guys? So like the things like that will go back and forth, and yeah, like he'll call me old or he'll make some comment and be like, oh yeah, funny that. Off we go.
That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's just fun. Yeah, it's fun. Like with the transfer era, just like little storylines that kind of get interwoven with new teams like that. So that's really fun.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. I'm excited to see what we do this year because his schemes are very different to what I'm used to. So we're gonna have some fun.
For FSU fans who also don't know, Coach Shire has like a very, very super impressive resume. If you go online, you can kind of see it. But I think out of the 24 years he's coached, he's had 20, I think it was like all conference or all American punters or kickers. And I guess the question is, are you the next one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All conference, winning the Ray Guy. Like, yeah, I'm going to do my job. Obviously, team stuff first, but individual stuff, like, I'm taking all of it.
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but FSU, one of their Heisman winners was 28. Chris Winkie, I don't know if anyone has like joked about you with that, being at your age. Are you coming to be the second 28-year-old Heisman at Florida State?
Of course. Yeah. You guys are byproduct. I want the Heisman.
Exactly. Speaking of Ray, exactly.
We know you have, among a bunch of others, a Ray Guy tattoo, right? Do you know offhand how many tattoos you have and what is the most painful area?
You know, I get asked this every day, and I still haven't counted. I think it's somewhere like shy of 100. We did count a while ago, but I got more since basic math anyway. I think it's close to 100, but my arms are left bare. Everything else is covered.
Yeah, I love that.
It's nuts. So walking billboard for Ray.
Yeah.
Walking billboard.
Yeah.
My long snapper at New Mexico, Trey DeBuff, give him a little shout. He's now Texas Longhorns. He would call me a up coloring book.
I'm 6 and I can't keep count, so I can't imagine having close to 100. You probably see some you forget about all the time.
All the time. Like, it sounds stupid. Like, I forget I have them. Like, I'll watch a video or something. Like, we went for a punt yesterday. Shorts were short. My shirt was off. And I looked at the bath and I was like, holy, there's like no skin left.
So, which area hurt the most? I think that was the second part there.
Yeah, probably. Oh, it's a tie. There's a three-way tie. One of my ass cheeks is covered. That's good. That can go public now.
Wow.
One of my ass cheeks is completely covered. So that was pretty bad. My ribs are bad, and probably the top of my foot. But my whole foot's like covered as well.
Jesus, that's crazy. Yeah, for those who haven't seen Daniel, he does not look like your traditional punter that you see in the NFL. He's very much his own unique person.
Awesome. I know we're rounding out on like a half hour, but as we close out, what are you most excited about this year? I guess for the team, obviously the goals any year is probably the national championship. But also personally, you had a great year last year. I'm sure you want to strive to do better than that. Do you have specific goals for yourself this year? And then what is the team gunning for? Probably, obviously, ACC title, national championship. But are you guys talking about specifics?
Nothing's really been spoken about, but it's like it's the same thing. You go like you don't play to lose. So number one, I want to win. Like I'm not here to fuck around. This isn't like a little holiday. Like I want to win, and the boys are buying in too. So I'm really excited to see what we do. Obviously Natty's the goal. Anything short of that, you're wasting your time. That's as a team stuff. Me personally, just to do my job. Like that is first and foremost. Whatever the team needs in that situation, I want to do that. Stats, I don't really care about. Like, Obviously, I'd love to have the highest net punt in the country. I'd love to have the highest average in the country. But there's situations where you're punting on the 38-yard line, but it could be that kick to win a game. So, like, I don't care those numbers. But Ray Guy, I want to win it this year. I don't want to be a semi-finalist or a finalist. I want to take it. First All-American team. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think there's any other awards we can win.
Seems like you.
I mean, honestly, FSU hasn't had a Ray Guy winner. Astros, I think the closest we've come, he finished as a finalist twice. Probably should have won it. But either of those years, he did a tremendous job. He holds so many different Florida State records. I know you came for New Mexico's all-time single season leader or something like that. You were very close to taking over his record. I was wondering if you're getting ready to take over Mastromanos. He's got to be on watch.
Oh, I'm coming after it. Don't worry about that. But again, like it doesn't matter. Like I think I was going to take over New Mexico's one, but then I had 5 games in a row where half my punts were under 44 yards. Like that's
situational.
It doesn't matter, man. Like I don't care. Like it's. I obviously check the stats, and you go on ESPN and you go on all that stuff, and you see where you're sort of sitting in the country. But it's also like, okay, I had a punt last year at San Jose, right? Disgusting, like bad, disgusting. It was like a 38-yard punt, but the thing rolled like 25 yards. It was like my longest for the year, 64 yards. Like. Yeah, it's all on stat, but the ball itself was terrible. So it just doesn't correlate. Correlates is like, are you putting your team in a good position to do like whatever? Like I pinned so many guys deep last year. We had that many safeties. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that's just like punting's probably the only, I don't know, stat or position that's affected by a stat line where you have to sacrifice your stats to influence what's happening in the game and on the field. You have to short a punt. You can't take everything 60 yards. It has to go sometimes like just 38 yards.
Well, like we said prior to the jumping online, like how is it coming to a team that's up and winning? And I said to you guys, like, I'm in a win-win situation. If we win, I don't have to punt and we get to win. Like being around a team that's winning, best thing in the world. If we're not winning, I get the ball. Like it's a win-win for me.
Yeah.
So it's whatever. It is what it is.
Totally. Well, we're super pumped for you, man. We really appreciate it. Before we go, 2 quick ones. If you have a favorite Tally nightlife, I don't know if you're going out at 28 with a lot of the younger people.
7, come on now.
27.
Boy, come here.
Only 7. That's on me.
This.
And a favorite like Tally food spot. Like for us, it's Gordo's. What's up, man?
Is Carter? It's the other punter as well. You can answer.
Hey, how's it going? Those are the sickest shirts, and like you cannot find those anywhere. The 7-0 weightlifting, Norville had one. I don't know if you guys have it either, but it's like it's the spear, and at the end of the spear, it's just got the weight stack on it. It's so sick.
We'll show that.
Big cow. That's awesome. That's what you get for being part of the team, right? Putting all that work in.
All right, our favorite place to go out in Tally.
Ooh.
The next one's an easy one.
What do you think?
Well, there's only one.
recess.
Recess.
Have you been in the
pool yet?
No, we've been told not to go in the pool.
Yeah, I wouldn't go in the pool.
Yeah, I've been in the pool. That recess had just opened our senior year, and we had I forget what function it was, but they opened the deck up and we got in the pool, and it was probably not the best idea. Probably shortened my life by like 3 years.
Man, I can't believe like people actually go in there. Like it's crazy.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's college. Like, there's so many things happen, and you just like, dang, you remember that time? It's like, yeah, I'd never do that again. So
Yeah. And then our favorite place to eat, well, we go to Cichuros every day, so it has to be Cichuros.
What is that? Charles.
Cichuros.
Citrus. Was that apparently over there?
no. So also the thing about Tallahassee is when you guys go back to visit, if you ever go back to visit, like after you're gone, it changes every single year. So like what Tally looks like now does not look like what it looked like when we were there. Like College Town, the first couple buildings had just been built. So like Madso, Cantina, which is no longer Cantina, I don't even know what it is anymore. And then
It wasn't there.
Township was like an empty lot. It's completely morphed down there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But next time we're there, I'm gonna have to look into Churros.
Great place.
Great place.
Yeah.
Well, we're calling for you. Thank you again. We're excited for you guys. Have a great season individually. And,
Definitely gonna be rooting for you.
And
Appreciate it.
really appreciate your time, man.
Likewise. Thanks for having me.
Cool. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Daniel.
Bye. See you guys.